What's up, guys? Welcome back to the One Over Your Head podcast. I'm your host, Nick. I'm LESKUZZY, and that's Nick215, and we are back. This is the first episode of the year, and I want to say to everyone who's listening on every streaming platform, a shout out to you guys. We are now on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, and everyone. Welcome to One Over Your Head. This is going to be your first episode, but this is technically our, I don't know how many episodes we have done. This is season 3 on YouTube, episode 1. So this is the first episode of the year. How you doing, my brother? Let's get into that.
I'm I'm vibing. I'm vibing. I think this is 105. 105. This is start of year
All right.
3. So, but yeah, I'm vibing. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So y'all know what? We're gonna start with this. After Eagles. I'm tired. The Eagles are trash. Any chances of the Super Bowl, take them out of our brains. We are not making to the Super Bowl. We lost to the Cardinals. I'm done. Uh, Fired Brian Johnson. What's his name? Fire him. I gonna lie. I watched the game. I watched the goddamn game. Got disappointed. I don't know why I actually decided to watch the game. I think it's by time I bench myself as an Eagles fan, and I think that yeah, I,
You
I
said
I'm benching myself. I'm benching myself as an Eagles fan. Like this team is ridiculously terrible. It's disappointment every year.
so
Not every year, but this year is disappointment. We can't beat the Cardinals. Like we can't beat the Cardinals. Like like for real. Who do you even know on the Cardinals except for Kyler Murray? I don't know nobody on their defense except for Buda Baker. Like we can beat a team that has only one good player on defense. Like what are we? And y'all think we gonna make it to the Super Bowl? We ain't making it. I'm sorry, Eagles fans. I'm gonna come here and tell y'all the truth. The Super Bowl, take it out your brain. We are not making it. Our offense is
we not
terrible.
making it.
We are
We
not
not making
making
it.
it.
It's okay. You're not making
We
it,
are
bro.
not making it. We are one and done in the playoffs. We getting whooped. If we play somebody like Detroit, we might lose because we are not winning the division. The crazy part, we are hoping that the freaking Commanders beat the Cowboys, so for us to even have a home playoff game. That's how terrible we are. Y'all know how terrible we are. We had literally everything was in our control. Only thing that we needed to do was to fucking beat the Cardinals, and we fucking lost. Now I want to know, like Brian Johnson, like what I understand you were the quarterback coach the last 2 years, so you had like a relationship with Jalen. Maybe that's why you got hired to become the offensive coordinator, whatever you got hired to do, right? But you are
Fired by the
terrible.
coach.
You coach that man. That man. That man called two quarterback runs and a bubble screen and third and 25. The foolishness. I need to know what was he thinking? Like who in this right goddamn mind he was thinking? Like for real, like come on. Like are we gonna not talk about the terrible play callings? The linebackers who are scared to trust their abilities, freaking whatever his name, Morrow, that nigga is so scared he doesn't trust himself that he has to see the ball leave their hands. He's not following his instincts. I'm so mad that Shaq Leonard got out. I don't know if he got injured or he was dealing with something because he was the only linebacker who trusted his, like literally. He's like, oh, I know they're about to run through here. If they done run through there, okay, cool. But I'm gonna go in that hole that gap, and I'm gonna clock that gap. I'm gonna choose the A gap, B gap, maybe the C gap. I'm gonna go and cover the gap. Morrow. That nigga is terrible. That nigga is stupid terrible. I'm sorry to let y'all know he's terrible. Uh, I don't know, Brian Johnson. I think your time is done. He has come and went. The Eagles. I think if y'all want to know how I feel about the Eagles, go on my TikTok. I have a TikTok and LESKUZZY. Go on there. I have two videos. One, if I y'all know the sound, if I don't curse him out or calling and threatening him, I can say what I want. I'm sick and tired. This team called the Philadelphia Eagles has made me sick and tired of them. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired.
Wait,
Like
wait, wait,
I'm
wait. Before you go crazy, I think every week you should not cuss out everybody and fire everybody on the team. All
no, I'm
right,
fighting.
our
If
team,
you, bro,
team is
I've been
falling apart.
consistent.
That's fact.
Bro, I've been consistent with the people that I need them fired. I've never changed the people who I need to fight. It's just I didn't know that Morrow, who's half of the season he was injured, but most of the time he was never the lead linebacker. He was like the second linebacker because Cunningham was the lead linebacker. I didn't know he was
Hmm.
terrible. I didn't know he was terrible. I now see why he was the second linebacker because when they put him in Mike linebacker, that nigga was terrible. He doesn't trust his eyes. He doesn't trust his play. Like he doesn't. I don't think he trusts his film study. Like because every like the touchdown that he let down, literally he watched. If he watched
All
the,
right.
I believe that they could have you could have seen that in film study. They say freaking James Conner was gonna run through the. He could have because that was his man. He just took it to a second to look at Kyler and not follow his man, and that was a touchdown. If he didn't take that 1 second, that was a PDU pass breakup and no touchdown, and the Eagles win the fucking game. Another like they were literally attacking him in the middle of the field because they know that he doesn't trust himself.
I think teams really figured out our weak spots, and we was beating up on the whole league. So they, everybody's prepared, whether
I
they go
think
into the
our weak
playoffs or
spot.
not. They want to prepare.
I go like. I think y'all know I'm gonna bring up on our weak spots. That now there's two players, but our weak spot
Bradbury.
is always Blackberry is our weak spot. Like I understand we paid him 3 years, a lot of money. I think at the end of the season we gotta say, man, cut our losses. We we gotta cut our losses at this point.
The sound still fucking good.
We just cut our losses and say, man, we tried. That nigga's trash. Hey, man, listen. We got Rango who played great, even though they kind of called him a weak flag on pass interference when he didn't even. He was not the one. The funny part, the guy pulled him down. I don't know what, bro. There's a lot of things that happen in the game that I'm confused. Now let's talk about the Cowboys. The Cowboys got bailed out. Shout out to the Lions. I'm sorry, man. I'm with y'all. I feel your pain because y'all could have actually made us. We didn't. Y'all didn't. If y'all won, that made us even better. Winning the division because that made that if we won this game, we won the division clearly, and we didn't need to win another game because you already beat them, right? So the Cowboys played the Lions on Saturday, and technically now we gotta let people know. Technically, the Lions won the game fair and square. The rest fucked up the game because the refs reported. You know how linemen get reported who's eligible as a receiver, like when they're
Yeah.
so the Lions had one of their offensive linemen, a Decker, he reported as a eligible receiver, but the refs, I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe because like when somebody always consistently report, they just assume that he's gonna report as you know eligible. The refs announced the wrong person. They are 68 was illegible. He's the one who went and reported in that play. 70 didn't report. That means 70 he was not eligible to be a receiver. And the refs decided to say, "Oh no, 7 is eligible. 7 has reported eligible." And there was 70 at the end of the game. He's like, Nigga, I didn't say shit to you. I didn't report to you. The person who reported is right there. I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit to you." And the rest, so the Lions scored the 2 point conversion. The Lions scored the 2 point conversion to win the game. It got called back because they said it was a illegal touching. Technically, because the refs messed up. Come to find out, the refs literally messed up because the guy who went and reported the one that they called the flag on, he literally went to the ref. It was him and I forgot somebody else. And he reported, he's like you see him tell the ref, "I'm illegible," and the ref nodded. I don't know what happened from him, the ref giving him the nod, and the refs going to the Dallas, telling them who reported illegible. The refs messed up. Hit a Brentford. The refs decided to say 7 is illegible. I don't know how he announced it on the loudspeaker. Even it was surprising that was weird. Then after they called it back, the refs like, yes, 70 reported, 68 didn't report. And most of the people was like,
Was that
but the video, yeah,
or like?
it literally cost them the game because the refs
But how
literally
did the
messed up.
illegible before the game count? How
So
did that
what?
mess up anything?
So 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 the Cowboys went down and scored a touchdown, right? So when they scored, they kicked the point to make it a 7 point game. The Lions responded. It was near the end of the game. The Leo there like 20 seconds left. They went and they scored a touchdown, and they decided to go for two to win the game outright. They didn't want to go to overtime. So they had a trick play where the offensive lineman goes out as a tight end and catches the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the play. So what happens? The play played out. The offensive line costed the 2 point conversion, and after that there was two flags. One was illegal touching, meaning that they didn't acknowledge the lineman as catching the ball as eligible receiver, and another one was against 70 who was covered, like a receiver who was covered like by another
Mm.
receiver on the line of scrimmage. So
So that
people were
messed up their
confused that
whole 2 point play, basically.
yeah, they messed up the whole 2 point play. So they had another try, and I think there are two more tries, but over the Cowboys already know that they are doing a trick play, so it messed up the whole thing. So at the end of the game, you know how stadiums have video surveillance, like the TV people have their video. So they're trying to figure out how did the Lions didn't report. Come to find out, the person who caught the pass actually went to the ref himself, talked to the ref. He didn't shout to the most players shout and say I'm eligible, like ref, and signal that he's a eligible receiver. But he didn't shout. He went to the ref, talked to him. The ref gave him a nod, and he went back to his thing. When the ref went back, I don't know what happened between the ref giving him a nod, acknowledging that he's a eligible receiver, and the ref going to talk to the Cowboys, telling them who's the eligible receiver. Something happened from that, and the ref messed up the play.
They decided to throw the game. That's what happened.
Like
What you
literally
talking about?
messed up. Literally, the ref called the wrong person. The literally called the wrong person was eligible.
Mm.
So, and you hear like literally you see in the video like you see like Jerry Goff tell 68 go report. He goes to report 70, the one that they reported illegible. Yes, throughout the game he was always reporting that he's illegible. So why people are thinking that the ref saw him come off from the sideline and thought, okay, he's gonna report as illegible the whole game, because the whole game he was doing that, right? but he didn't report. He didn't say shit. Even like literally when they called the flag and they said on him, he's like, I didn't say shit to you. I didn't report shit. That means the refs literally was not paying attention. And it was the one ref. Literally, his name is Brad Allen for anyone who's listening. Brad Allen. He's the one ref who was in charge of the head ref of that game. That's the one they went to
Mm-hmm.
report to. They didn't report to any other ref. It was him. Every player, if you're reporting, you go to the head ref so that he knows you're eligible. He went and reported. I don't know what happened from that time and the time he said to the Cowboys, it happened to be a
We know what
terrible
happened.
play.
We know what happened. They threw it.
The
They threw the
Cowboys,
game.
they threw the game, so the
Vibes.
Cowboys lost. Even Skip Bayless even believes that the Cowboys should have lost that game. The one by luck. Uh, so that was 2023 ended terrible for the Eagles. 2024 is going to be terrible, much more because we ain't going to the Super Bowl. We are not going to the Super Bowl. Next year, Yanni, I think on the offseason, you got to hire people who have a great track record at calling plays. I understand the last two people that you hired when you first got the job, they didn't have time, they didn't have the track records of calling plays, but they ended up being gems, like good play callers, like Sean Desai and you had Sean Desai and Nick Jonathan Gannon as your defensive and offensive corner. They ended up being great at doing that, like great coaches. You can't those people you can't give opportunity to everybody. Some of those people, some of those people, they are actually good. Like Sean Desai, hey, I'll go lie. I'll give you credit. You hit a gem with Sean Desai. He was actually a good offensive coordinator. Brian Johnson, I'm sorry, but he's not good. He gotta get fired. I'm sorry. I tried to hold. I've said it all year long. I didn't like him, but I didn't call it for him getting fired. But I think it's by time I've seen enough. It's been a 15 game season. We've gone to our 17, our 16 game, 15, 16 game season. I've seen enough. I don't see nothing. We have the things that we did great last year. We are doing terrible this year. We are not running the ball. Whenever,
Bro.
first of all, first of all, when we run the ball, I don't know why do we have this stupid decision where we put Gainwell in. I understand Gainwell is a good receiver, but he's a good receiving back. But I don't think he's a great running back who can run with the ball. I understand if y'all want to put him as a receiving back, cool, understandably. But there, freaking DeAndre Swift is our best running back, and he's already has 1,000 yard season. That tells you something. He's a great running back. He finally got his first 1,000 season with the Eagles. He got a chance. Y'all should have just kept giving him the ball. And y'all know
They
what?
don't want to
If
run
y'all
the
gave
ball
him,
though. They want to pass it because Jalen Hurts is our star QB.
I
Yeah,
understand.
we
First of
need
all,
better play calling. Better play calling for
because
sure.
because I understand, even though that game we didn't need to run the fucking ball, we didn't need to throw the ball because the Cardinals had a terrible run defense. The Cardinals week before, 2 weeks 2 weeks in a row, they've gave up 200 yards running. We should have just decided like, okay, y'all know what? We got one of the best offensive line. Let's go and let's go and run this goddamn ball and take them out the building. But we decided we can't do shit. But you know what? That's what happened with the Eagles. I'm sorry, Brian Johnson. I don't like another black man losing his job, but it's time for you to lose your fucking job.
Another one.
It's but okay, now shout out to let's talk about Russell Wilson real quick because uh, his story is weird. So
Yeah,
he's
then he got benched. Why did he get benched though?
all right. So from what I'm hearing, Russell Wilson got benched because he refused to restructure his contract. When the Broncos, remember when the Broncos started terribly, and then they went on their winning streak and beating like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm.
That after that game, the Kansas City Chiefs game, apparently the Broncos front office came to Russell Wilson and told him he gotta restructure his contract, because in his contract that if he gets hurt, let's say if he doesn't pass the physical on March, the physical that they take during March time, he gets an extra 37 million guaranteed money on top of the money that he is already guaranteed, right? So
So they don't
they wanted
want
that
to give him.
that they didn't want to you they wanted him to take away that that wording of like, if he gets hurt and can't pass the physical during March, he gets 37 guaranteed. They didn't want him to, they didn't want that in their contract no more. So Russell Wilson said no. And when they came back, they told him, if you refuse, we're gonna bench you for the rest of the year. They didn't say bench, they said we're gonna make you inactive, right? Unfortunately for them,
Mm.
Russell Wilson came winning games and gave them a chance to go to the playoffs until they lost to the Patriots. And after the loss to the Patriots, Sean Payton, I guess, was told, you gotta bench Russell Wilson. Sean Payton didn't he doesn't like Russell Wilson at all. We already know this. He doesn't
Anthony,
like
are
him.
you serious?
So he doesn't like Russell Wilson. So he benched him, came up with a lie saying, I'm trying to win games is for offensive spark. Everyone knew that was a lie. Even though we know that him and Sean Payton were not like seeing eye to eye like 2 weeks before, you can see. The crazy thing, Sean Payton is one hypocrite, because he said something crazy, because he has cast out Russell Wilson from the get-go. He already said that he like, without saying that he doesn't like Russell Wilson, he already had said he doesn't like Russell Wilson, right? Then on
But why
national
wouldn't he not
TV,
like Russell Wilson at this moment when they're winning games
I don't know.
and he's
He
playing his best football? Like,
the part, the worst part, I don't think, because Russell Wilson doesn't play the Sean Payton type of quarterback. He's not like a Sean Payton type of quarterback. Sean Payton type of quarterback is more of take the deep end dunks, go down the field. Russell Wilson will scramble and get the deep shot, right? He doesn't take the easy, like, what's open. He doesn't take the slants. He takes the deep shots. So this everyone who wants the timeline from Sean Payton. Sean Payton got hired by the Broncos. The first thing that he said, he told Russell Wilson, stop kissing babies or signing autographs. You're not running for office, right? Uh, Are you running for
disconnected.
office? He's like, are you running for office, or are you playing football? Worst thing, the funny thing is, the person who did the most, that Drew Brees kissed a lot of babies in New Orleans, but you didn't say that about Drew Brees. I don't know why you say that about Russell Wilson. And I heard that Russell Wilson at his own office building in the Broncos building. So he said no more offices. So he tried his best to make, like, treat Russell Wilson as everybody. But everyone who went in the NFL have already said that if you're the franchise quarterback, you get treated different. So he did it. Then against the Lions, I guess there was a play that didn't go very well in a timeout, and you see literally Sean Payton casting Russell Wilson out. Most when coaches cast out players, they never say it out loud. They like cover their mouths, or they go sit on the bench and they like casting him out, but they are not showing, you know, showing visibly casting him out. You might say, oh yeah, he's getting cast out, but you never know. Is like, you be like, oh, he's mad, but he will never like Bill Belichick, when he cusses out players, he never cussing them out directly. You pull you to the side and cuss you out, even though you can know that he's cussing him out. Like Sean Payton literally went on the field, started cussing him out. Like he just, he like with the aggression. And so after that, the loss to the Patriots, Russell Wilson got benched, and he came out. They found out that, oh yeah, even the offense people in the offense, like even people in the Broncos, they were surprised. He's like, when he told us, we were all it was a shock. Like even the Seahawks players, like people on the Seahawks, after they found out that literally most of the players on the Seahawks, like Geno Smith, put out a tweet say free three, and they come to find out, they say they believe that the Broncos are gonna release Russell Wilson at the end of the year or
They're not
during
going
the
to do that.
offseason.
His contract's too big, right?
Yeah, them,
His,
yeah, that
his
he
contract's
the
too big to
owners,
just release him.
bro, the
It's
Broncos
hard.
are
It's
literally
hard.
owned by Walmart. Walmart is the owner of the Broncos, so they don't care about money.
Yeah, but
They might
still,
take the deck.
that's like that's a big quarterback to just be letting go to free agency. But I don't know.
Man, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
It's different. Like it's something weird with the Broncos. I don't know. I don't. Nobody wants their job, and uh, so that's what happened. So the Russell Wilson right now is the backup. Shout out to the Lions. Shout out to the Bears. They secure the number one pick. The funny part, it's not even their pick. It's supposed to go to Carolina because Carolina has the worst record. But Carolina traded their pick, first round pick, to the Lions when they wanted the first overall pick last year to get Bryce Young.
So the Lions about to go
And
to
it's
the playoffs and get a number
no.
one pick,
So
possibly.
Carolina went. This what happened. Carolina Panthers traded their first round pick last year. This year's first round pick last year to get the number one pick from the Bears, right? And they wanted Bryce Young. And the Bears decided not to trade that pick. They kept it. So that the Bears are no longer going to the playoffs, but they had a chance. So the Bears have won 7 games. And they won the number one pick. And after the fun, I guess during the game, they found that out. The fans found out that they won the number one pick. They got the number one pick. So they started screaming after they beat Falcons. They were like, "We want Fields." Fields is Justin Fields. He plays for the. I guess there's rumors that the Bears are gonna go for a quarterback in the draft, and nobody in Chicago wants them to draft a quarterback, even the fans.
Because don't they already have a quarterback?
They have
They already
Justin
have a
Fields.
quarterback,
So
right?
yeah, yes, but I guess they wanted to. I guess because Caleb Williams is coming out, Drake May, a lot of people have said, so they wanted to get Justin. So I guess there's rumors out that you know, they're going for a quarterback, and literally the whole stadium, like literally the whole stadium, were yelling, "We want Fields, we want Fields, we want Fields!" Like literally the whole stadium, and then you can see. So it most people did say Shannon Sharp and Ank and Ocho went on nightcap and it said if the Bears don't listen to their fans, if I'm Justin Field, I'll tell them trade me to Atlanta. He's like, because that's Michael Vick 2.0 with the right hand. I see what he's saying because he played Justin Fields is crazy. What people don't, I think people didn't see from Justin Fields in college. You know how we said people criticize Lamar Jackson of being like a running quarterback when he came out of college. Justin Fields didn't show that he can run in college. He didn't run a lot in college, so people didn't think he was a running quarterback. But when he came to the
Right.
league, he became a running quarterback, and he's like a Michael Vick type of player. Like he's so elusive and explosive with his runs, and people like it. Uh, So that happened. So the fans want Fields. They want the best to draft the receiver from Ohio State. That I think I don't know if he played with Justin Fields or maybe he was a freshman when Justin Fields was there.
They could
They
pick up
want
Marvin Harrison Jr.
yes, the fans want them to get Marvin Harrison Jr. with the first overall pick, and I agree with him. But I at the same
That
time
would
I
be a
think
great
my
pick for them.
but at the same time I want them to get an offensive line for Justin Fields. But they have two picks, so in the top 10, so they can do that. They can get Marvin Harrison and
Linemen,
an offense.
they could get linemen later in the draft because linemen don't really go like top
No,
picks
but
or
offensive
anything like
lineman, like the good offensive line go top, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So that happened. Now shout out to the Ravens. The Ravens secured the first seed in the AFC. So since I want to say since for five, this is gonna be for this gonna be Patrick Mahomes' first time going on the road. On if he makes it to the NFC Championship game, this is gonna be the first Patrick Mahomes road game. That means for the last 5 years, the Chiefs have been the first seed when it came
that.
to
They've been
NFC.
dominating.
Like they've been dominating for the 5 years, and this is the first time in 5 years that the Chiefs are not the first seed in the AFC. And I'll go lie. I want to say this right now. I'm with the Ravens. I think the Ravens are the team to beat. I think the Ravens have. I don't know what team in the AFC that's built in the AFC that's built to beat them because they've mollywopped every single team that every good team. They've lost to bad teams. They've lost to the Colts. They've lost to I forgot another team, but it was more of what they did. But when it came to like teams that they are supposed to beat, like teams that they're gonna meet in the playoffs, like potential the 49ers in the Super Bowl, they washed those 49ers. They literally scored 56 points. I didn't believe the score when I saw it. They scored 56 points on the Dolphins last night. Last this week, and I forgot another team that they played that they dominated. Like they have killed every team that support the top teams in like top teams.
I'm still
And
not convinced that the Ravens would just go straight to the Super Bowl
I
though.
well shit.
I think the
If you
Chiefs
want to
not going to
beat
make
them,
it, but
if you want to beat them, shit, you gotta go through Baltimore. Anyways, the shit goes through them, so it's gonna be difficult for them to lose at home. They're undefeated at home, so it's gonna be difficult for anybody to beat them because they are not going to the road. You are coming to them. You gotta come to them, and you know that it's like the same thing when you come into Lincoln Financial Field. Like the fans are crazy. So
they could
and
still lose though. They could still lose at home. Don't get it messed up.
yeah,
People've
I'm
done
gonna
it.
lie. They can lose. They can lose, but I don't think there's a team in the AFC that can beat them right now. I don't believe there's a
I
team
think
that's built to
yeah.
beat.
I'm
There's
still
no.
not convinced of the Ravens, but I think my Super Bowl pick would be Ravens and Eagles because I'm still gonna go with my team.
You see, this is the
But the way
problem.
the Eagles are
Fans,
playing,
fans,
the way the
don't
Eagles
listen
are
to
playing,
him. But I'm gonna be real. The Eagles ain't making it. We are not
uh,
making it. I'm gonna be
they
objective.
started
We are
not
not
looking
making it to the Super Bowl.
dangerous
We are terrible.
towards it, bro.
We are putting hope in fans. We are not. I'm not. I'm gonna tell y'all. Hope all
I'm
y'all want.
still
There's
gonna root
no
for my
happen,
team.
bro. We are. My Super Bowl pick is the
Shit,
Ravens.
my team better
Is the
than Donovan
Ravens
McNabb and Todd Pinkston. That team better
my
not. Come on, bro. They could do better than them niggas.
my Super Bowl
Nah,
pick
I think
is
the Ravens and Eagles or Ravens and Lions. I'm not gonna go with the 49ers. I'll go Lions.
I'm going for the
I'll
Niners.
go Lions.
Shit. I'm going with the first seed because shit is going through
I
them.
think the Lions
I
will
don't.
make it. The Lions will make it
I
all the way to the Super
if the
Bowl
line
against the
okay,
Chargers.
this is what happens. If the line the only scenario I have is if the Lions get the second seed, yes, they might give the 49ers problems because they can run and they're physical on the offensive line. So that means they can neutralize the 49ers pass rush. But the problem is also the Lions downfall is on their defense. They don't have any pass rushers on their defense. And you're giving Brock Purdy time to throw the ball, and they can give it to Debo and Ayuk and George Kittle. And you have CMC Christian McCaffrey down another Super Bowl, another MVP candidate. But I'm sorry to let y'all know the MVP is going to Lamar Jackson. That nigga scored five. He literally went and beat the top team with a high power offense, scored five touchdowns on them. Like that nigga, he wasn't scared of the Dolphins at all. That nigga just said, "Fuck y'all, y'all score 70 this year. I'm gonna score 56 on y'all. Now let's see what happens." That nigga scored five.
I've been telling y'all for the whole year that the Dolphins, the Jets, all those teams that y'all thought was automatically in the playoffs, automatically
Well,
making it, they ass.
the
The
funny part,
Dolphins is not.
the Dolphins, the funny part for the Dolphins problem is I don't think it's their problem. Maybe it is the Dolphins. They gotta win for them to win. This was crazy for them to get the second seed is they gotta win against the
That's not a
Bills.
block.
Then the Bills is crazy. The Bills also have the same scenario. They can get the win to get the second seed, but they still make but if they lose, they don't make the playoffs. That's the
Oh
difference.
my god.
The Bills, so it's a different. I don't think I want to say I don't know which teams in the AFC that can give the Ravens problem. I want the Cowboys. I don't gonna lie. Y'all know Cowboys when it comes to playoffs, they're allergic to playoff prosperity. They're trash in the playoffs, so y'all can just cancel them out. The Lions, I want to say yes, they're up and coming team. They've played great, but this is their first time in a playoff scenario in years. So we don't know how they're gonna respond. The 49ers, they've been here before. The Eagles have been here before, but I don't trust the Eagles. I'm sorry, they are my team, but I don't trust the fucking Eagles. So I'm gonna give you our scenarios. The teams I believe that so we're gonna take out the lower seed, like we're gonna take out the Buccaneers. We're gonna take out whatever other team makes it to the playoffs. Yeah, out. So we got process of elimination. Cowboys allergic to playoff prosperity. They're allergic to it. So they're gonna find a way to
Cowboys
lose
ain't
a.
making
They're gonna
it.
find a way to
Cowboys
lose a
ain't making
fucking. They're gonna find a way to lose a playoff game. I'm sorry. They're gonna find a way to lose a playoff game. Uh, Lions. This is their first time in the playoffs in a while, in a very long while. So now it depends. Are they ready for the playoffs? Because they have not been in the playoffs. Are these players ready for playoff picture? Because some of these players who are on the lines haven't tested the playoffs except for one. That's Jared Goff. And that one time he went to the playoffs, he went to the Super Bowl and lost. Next
it. Okay.
person on the list, the Lions, the Eagles don't trust their offense. We are terrible. Defense, don't even get me started on our defense. We lost to the Cardinals.
I think
So,
our offense is a lot better than what you saying, but our defense for sure.
bro,
I don't trust our defense. But
we lost to the Cardinals. I don't want your shit. We let the Cardinals give
dog,
us in three and outs like four times. I don't want to hear shit. Our play, if you think, I'm not saying our offense is better with the players, but our play calling is trash. So technically speaking, it goes hand in hand with offense. We are terrible. So shit, I don't trust it because the
it'd be
person I
funny as
don't
hell
trust
if the
the person.
Eagles make it to the Super Bowl. I wanna hear what he gonna say when the Eagles make it to the
I'm gonna
Super Bowl.
say
I really do.
I want
I
to
want to hear
say,
what
oh,
everybody
we
gonna say.
made it. I want to say, man,
But
I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it because they didn't show nothing. Oh yeah,
I don't believe it either. But still, relax. Just relax. I'm
no,
still gonna put them
we're
on
gonna
my. If they in contention, I'm gonna vote for them. I
no.
don't know
They're
what's
not in
wrong with niggas.
contention
I
in
really
my
don't.
in my eyes. You see, they say loyalty over money. We're gonna say I'm waiting the loyalty over money thing. No, we are not loyalty over money right now. It's loyal. We gotta go loyalty. Loyalty gotta go in the bottom. Brain. Use your brain. What did you see? What did the Eagles show you in the last month? They show you that England, they're not qualified. They've lost. They got blown out twice by teams in the playoffs. They got blown out by the freaking 49ers at home. They went to the Cowboys, got beat, but it was our fault. We had too many fumbles, right? We found a way to lose to the Seahawks. We lost to the Cardinals. The only win in the
Lost in the
month of
Cardinals.
December we have, the only team we have beat in the month of December, and that's where you're supposed to be playing your best football so that you get ready for the playoffs, is the Giants. And you telling me that team is ready? That team is not ready. That team I'm seeing is not ready. That team is terrible. That team is not good. That team has a terrible offensive coordinator named Brian Johnson who needs to get fired like yesterday. But unfortunately, we gotta stick with him until the playoffs are done, and maybe we can get fire him because he needs to get fired. Next, only team left is the 49ers. 49ers, they have lost to good teams before.
Yeah, he should be on the bench.
So
Or
they
actually,
lost to good teams. They beat us. The 49ers have blown out the Cowboys and the Eagles. And the worst part, they have played. I think both of their games were away. If no, one of them was at their house and one of them was away. Now, now shit. Now the NFC players go through Levi Stadium. They are going through 49ers Stadium, and I don't believe either the Cowboys or the Eagles have a chance unless somehow we decide to strip the play calling duties away from Brian Johnson and somebody calls the plays. Maybe we have a chance. But unfortunately, we are not doing that in week 18. So we don't have a chance. So I'm going my Super Bowl picks are the 49ers and Ravens.
Niners Ravens. I don't think it's gonna be a run
Yes.
back of that other one. Even though I was about to say that, but I don't. Nah, I just don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm not maybe I will say I'll give you the Lions. Nine Ravens, Lions, but I'm leaning so far I'm like I'm 60% Ravens 49ers with the Ravens winning the Super Bowl. Reason why I'm giving the Ravens the Super Bowl, one, their defense is legit. Uh Offensive wise, I don't think anybody they have one thing that they do best and that they know they do best. Well, somehow the Eagles forgot that they do the same thing. They fucking run the ball. The Eagles decided to say we don't run the ball. We are scared to run the ball. Even though the Ravens have Lamar Jackson, who's throwing passes, who's not even running like that this year. He's actually throwing passes, but they literally run the ball. I think you know what? I have a proposal. I want to say this to anyone who's listening. If we fire Brian Johnson, if Nick Sirianni, please hire somebody, an offensive assistant of the Ravens. Hire somebody from that Ravens team who's an offensive assistant, like an offensive coordinator assistant who designs some of the plays. Hire him because guess what? He's gonna bring the same offense, but with these wrinkles. Give us different looks because we need to fucking run the fucking ball. Run the ball. All like y'all know what y'all know how terrible y'all it was. Y'all see on TV they showed the fans and the fans worst part the camera picked up what the fans were saying. They're like, run the goddamn ball. And y'all decided the only time y'all run the ball is when we are down by like first and 20 and first and 20,
That's my
second and
fault.
20, third and 32, third and 24, you throw a bubble screen to Gainwell, not to AJ Brown, not to Devontae Smith, not to Swift. You throw it to Gainwell, who doesn't have any ability. He has not shown any ability to run past people. He has not shown the ability to take a pass long. He hasn't shown that he can make people miss and take a long like run after contact long. The people I named, they have shown that if you give them a little crease, they can take that shit 25 yards. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, DeAndre Swift. Man, DeAndre Swift, that man, I think he got stopped. There was this one pair run that he literally was. It was if it wasn't not that he tripped on himself, he was taking that shit to the house. He literally tripped on himself. He made the defender miss and tripped on himself right after he made, and it was like a 20-yard run. And I was like, if he didn't trip, if lose his footing, he was taking that shit to the house. Uh, Another thing I want to bring up, shout out to I watched the college football playoffs. Hmm? I watched the college football playoffs, and shout out to Michigan and Washington. They are going to the national championship game, and you're watching this. It's on Monday. Uh,
The
I want to say this.
they got Washington up one, what was it, 195 to 165 or something like that.
I think they yeah
They had
they
Washington
what
up on
no I think it was Michigan. It was negative. Washington. If you want to bet Washington, that's where you get all your money. But if you want to bet with the betting favorite is Michigan. That's Michigan because I gonna lie. I watched that Michigan Alabama game. I don't know. I don't know how Washington got a problem, but I heard that Washington is the best offensive line. Oh, what happened? Guys, I think technical difficulties. I think Nick just got booted out. For anyone watching right now, I want to say so. Yeah, he's coming back. Yes, he's back, guys. I don't know what happened. So
that. Yeah, my bad.
Washington just yeah, Washington got beat Texans, I think 37-31, and Michigan beat Alabama 27-20 in an overtime win. And I want to say Michigan looks like the best team in college right now. They literally boom rushed um their boom rushed thing. The boom rush Alabama and and that's that's what I want to bring up now. Yeah, I got Michigan winning the national championship. I don't know anything that I've seen from Washington that can. They have one thing. Penix Jr., whatever his name, Michael Penix, their quarterback. He's the real deal. He's a real deal. He can throw the ball. He had like what 430 yards last night. When we are recording this, it happened on a Monday. We are recording on a Tuesday, and it comes out on a Friday. But so Penix Jr. had 430 yards passing, and but he's going against I believe the arguably the best defense in the Michigan that had like 5 sacks on John Moore Alabama quarterback like in the first half. they are good. Then when it comes to defensive wise, they're also as talent on offense. They're talented. They have Comer, their running back, who's actually a great running back. Who I think he broke the Michigan record for touchdowns last night, and they got a lot of people. So I don't. I want to. It's gonna be a good matchup, but I believe Michigan's taking this home. Uh, and I believe this is gonna be Jim's. How I think is it Jim or John Harbaugh? His brother is the coach of the Ravens. One of the Harbaugh brothers. Last game in Michigan, I forgot if it's Jim or John.
Yeah,
But this is gonna be
I think it's
it's gonna
John.
be his last game. I believe. Yeah, I think that's his gonna be his last game as a Michigan head coach. He didn't want to talk about it, but I believe he's getting a head coach job in the NFL. Uh yeah. I think that's it for that's it for the sports media. Now let's talk some of y'all if y'all know we are also a better rap podcast. So we are getting one of the leagues from back in the day back. UW is coming back, and it looks like their first battle is gonna involve Geechee Gotti. It was announced yesterday on New Year's Day. With a small trailer that they are coming back. I don't know how I feel about that. 2023 was a terrible year of battle rap. I will say that it ended with a great. It ended great, but it started terrible. Like the most of the year, we were a terrible year in battle rap. So I don't know how what I can say to y'all. I can believe that
Yeah,
you know.
it was a trash year, but I don't know. UW might bring something dope. GTX kind of did a little something. I don't know. The old stuff coming back doesn't really. I don't know. It
I
doesn't
feel
really shake up anything for me. But I don't know. Maybe other people love it.
yes. What else we got? Uh, let's talk Better Rap Podcast have released their annual top first team battle rappers, second team battle rappers, and third team. So I'm gonna give you. Let me go. Let me go. Where does it go? All right. So first, let's talk better rap. Let's talk better rap. First team 2023. BK, New Jersey Twerk, Chef Trez, Geechee Gotti, Rom Needy. Uh, all
Okay,
second
I
team.
agree with that.
Easy, Tay Rock, A Ward, Earwell, Miss Hustle. Uh,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
third
Wait a
team.
minute. Easy made it to the second team. Another. All right. Keep going. Keep going.
I believe. So I believe this is what I believe for why Easy didn't make it to the second team. I'll tell you next. Oh, third team. Jazz, Real Sick, Fonz, Ev, John the Don. So I believe for
Jazz the
Easy now,
rapper made it a third team.
I think that's where I disagree. I believe Jazz had a great year this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jazz was more outside this year, if it's not this year, it was last year. One of the two. 2023. She bet. I think that's when. If did she not battle Clips this year in 2023? I believe she better Clips in
I
2023.
believe
And
it was this year, the beginning of the year. She
yeah,
had
I think she
Geechee the year
believe. I believe
before. She had Nitty this year. Twerk this year. How does she drop to third team? I don't know. How does Easy drop to second team? I don't know.
no, I
And that's
believe
where
for
I'm
Easy is.
confused.
I think for Easy is mainly because they believe that he lost to Geechee and John, and
So,
most of the people in that top in the first team because they're doing like the NBA, the top five. I don't think none of them had like big losses, like like
Big K,
that,
what do you mean? Big
especially
K, they
the
don't know if Big K
Geechee.
really beat. What's his name?
You because BK they're
Yeah, but
giving him
Geechee
BK
battled everybody that he was supposed to beat. What are we like? What are we talking about?
but he also had
If
like
Geechee lost
the
to any of
biggest.
them, we would look confused.
But Geechee also
We
better
would look
easy
confused.
and whooped easy in. I- Don't forget Geechee better easy in Philly and whooped him. Had the crowd cheering for him, so that's a high difficulty.
Yeah, that he had the most viral moment in battle rap. But other than that
Yes,
battle, which is also still a battle he should win, why is Easy not number one? Why is he not on
I'm
that
sorry,
first
but
team? And Big K
I'm
is there,
I'm
but he
I
don't even he has all the data. What are we
but
doing?
he but he has
What are we
but
doing?
he has arguably beat Mook. He has arguably beat. I think he had like
He just lost to
he
Jazz
beat a lot of.
like last week.
Well,
What are we
well,
talking about?
that I don't. I don't think
See,
they've
you
used
know,
that battle.
no. What happened? So
I
they
don't
don't
know
use
if they
that
use
battle, but
that.
that battle happened. That battle just
I don't know if
happened
they use
last
that.
year.
I don't know if they use that battle. I'm just going to what they posted. So I
Yeah,
believe
they gotta
for
go.
Big
That
K,
that list gotta go.
but I believe me personally, I don't even have Easy in the top 10, 5 this year. I'm sorry, but I don't have him in the top 5. My top 5 consists of I have BK, yes, BK had a great year. New Jersey Twerk, Chef Trez. I have Romney, Jazz, Geechee. Then eventually, in my if we going by how they did it, Easy is also in my second team, but he's not my first choice in second team because I gotta put Jazz up
Yeah,
there.
no. Yeah,
I
this
gotta
this
put
whole
Jazz
list
in.
gotta go.
I gotta put Jazz in the first team. So this is my first team. Les Kuz's first team. I got BK, New Jersey Twerk, Chef Trez, Romney, Jazz. Second team I have Geechee Gotti, Easy. Who did they have in it? A Ward, Tay Rock, Earwill. My third team I have Misaso. Uh who did I like this year? Misaso and Swavel in that thing. John John. Who else did I who's the fifth one? Misaso, Swavel, John John. F because of the Tay Rock battle, but that's one battle.
That's
Who
literally
else had a
one
great
battle.
year?
See, and that's where this joint looks crazy. This joint looks
Yeah,
crazy. You made
who
three
else had a
straight
great year?
teams and two people. You know
Who
what?
else had a great
Jazz
year?
could be literally Woman of the Year and Champion of the Year, eligible for both. And y'all, you know what? It's cool. It's
Who
alright.
else? I don't know
That list is
who else.
crazy.
I don't know who else had a great year. But now thinking about it, I don't. Mm,
No disrespect to Chef Trez, but I haven't seen one headline about Chef Trez or a battle, and y'all got him on the
but
first
and
team.
then
That
I
is
think I think because Chef Trez after the middle of the year he didn't take battles, but in the beginning of the year he took Twerk. That's arguably he won. He took like Swamp. Arguably he won again when
Easy and
Swamp was.
Geechee both have the best moment in the last 10 years. Like,
But
what are we talking
don't
about?
forget who had the moment though is Geechee.
Jazz just cooked four different dudes. What are we
I
talking
don't
about? What
believe
is
it.
the no?
Me personally,
Hey,
I don't think he
hey,
beat.
you
I
can
I
struggle
don't
and
know.
try to find a name to put where you trying to put it,
I
but nah,
listen.
bro.
I still don't believe that she beat Charlie Clips, but that's me. It's a debatable battle, but I
One of them
understand what
did
you're
better
saying.
than Yoshi and the rest of
Hey, I
them. Hey,
she's in my top. She's in my first team. This is their list. It's their list. It's not mine.
yeah, that
For
list gotta
easy,
go.
I can take. but I'm sorry, but I can't put Easy in the first team. This year has been a down year for Easy. He has great battles. He is also
What do
debatable
you
with
mean?
him and
Down
Holler.
year? You could
He has a
only
debate.
debate him losing 2 times. You called it a down year?
He
What?
battled 3 times. He battled three
We forgot
times.
that he battled disaster and what's his name at the beginning of the year? That's what we doing.
But that's a debatable.
He
The
battled
only
four
clear
times,
win,
not 3 times.
that's okay. That's 50-50. But guess what? The worst loss, he had the worst loss though. His loss was worse because he went viral, but it was not him who said it. Plus, he lost at home. Let's be honest. You know that they take that shit seriously. Like you lose at home, they take it seriously. He lost at home in his backyard.
Yeah, both of y'all lists gotta go. I don't know what the hell these niggas talking about.
I'm sorry, but
Both of these
he
lists gotta go. I don't know what niggas
Ease
is
is not in my
watching. He told me Chef
Ease is
Trez.
not in my
Have
first
you heard
team.
of Chef
I'm
Trez
sorry.
battle? Alright. We watch battle rap. I haven't heard of Chef Trez battle since when? I don't even know. That nigga
Uh,
battled John John. That
I
was like 2022.
No, that
Like,
was this
what are we
year.
talking about? I'm cool,
I
bro.
think
I don't care.
when Chef Trust came back, I did hear about him because he battled. I want to say, hold on, let me give you Chef
He
Trust's catalog.
battled John John. That was his come out party. He came back, bro. That's it. That's it. It was
No,
Atlanta
and he
cards. Oh
battled
my
Twerk.
god, 2 Atlanta cards at the time. Listen, dog.
He
That
battled Twerk.
I'm good.
Hold on,
You not about to sit
hold
here and
on.
try to find a name
I,
and tell
I'm
me
gonna
a
give
name,
you the
a
name.
random name. You can't make 3 teams off of some bullshit, bro. You cannot. You cannot. You have to start it right before
I
you start doing that.
but
You can't
but
do that.
I'm sorry, but if I do that, still, Ease is not in. If I remove Chef Trust, Ease is still not in my top 5 because they're doing this
Yeah, the cap is
5,
crazy. All right.
bro. I still got you telling me he beat Disaster. Who tell me who did? Do we take Disaster as a big win?
The NDA stuff started in the middle of the year, bro. That literally started nothing but bars for the rest of the year. One of
Okay,
the
so
hardest
he
punchlines to him started because of him. Nigga, duck at
okay,
least. What
so
are we talking about? What is happening,
so
yo?
so
He lost
so
2 times
that
and
was
he got
one.
off the
But guess what? The
what?
last two battles that he battled, guess what happened? He got cooked.
He
We're
did
gonna
not get
not
cooked.
don't,
John John is
bro. He got cooked
undebatable
by
and he
Gaethje. Now
only
let's be
beat him
honest.
at one battle. And that's still not getting
He got
cooked.
cooked
He
by
won
John,
1 round.
bro. John,
He did
what
not.
round did he win? Tell me what round
Nobody
he
has
won.
said John John 3-0. No one has said John John 3-0. Come on,
He
what are we
won. He
doing?
won, but he
No.
won. He lost though. But everyone in the have said that he lost clear though.
That's fine.
We
But no
go by
one said John John 3-0.
that.
A
But they
3-0
say
and
clear.
losing clear is not the same thing.
But it's still a clear loss. Then he lost clear at
You're
home.
listening too much.
This is the 2 home games that he has lost. We're gonna come up here. He had home advantage. He had his Philly fans in there. He lost home. This is that's now we gotta come up here because he said, "Oh, I don't want better in New York." So they gave him a
He also
home game.
battled Reed.
Got
That was
cooked.
like 5 battles this year. Because Reed was last year. What we. You know, it's fine. I'm not debating this shit because that's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay,
That's
this
crazy.
is
Hey, the first half of the year, nobody could ever say anything wrong about Easy the Block Captain. And now this what we doing? That's crazy.
so
Yeah,
he
nah.
better John.
Nah, we not doing
So this is so this
Huh?
is Chef Treasure's list. John John, New Jersey Twerk, and Swamp. Then uh then he took a break. He has taken a break since then. Since then he has taken a break. But
I'm
he
recording
has
it now.
but I don't think me personally if we I don't if I since you saying that, okay, I will remove Chef Trez in the top five. So I still got BK, right? I got BK, New Jersey Twerk. I got Geechee Gotti. I got I got Rom Needy and Jazz. Easy's not still Easy didn't have a great better year than those five people.
Niggas, nobody
I'm
watched not one of them Big K battles. What are we talking
I
about? You go on
but
record and say
he
that
though
Mook is trash, so you ain't watched the Mook battle. You ain't watched the other ones. I know you didn't watch that T Rex battle. So what are we talking about? How do you have Big K anywhere in your top, your first team? How
because
do
he had
you
a
have
great
that?
year.
Like, what are we talking about? How do you
He
make
had
the
a great year
list
though.
and don't even watch one of the niggas on the list? What are we doing? I
Okay,
cannot make the
this is
first team
BK.
all
All right,
NBA and
This
not
is
even watch
BK's.
one of
This is it. This is BK's year and wins. B Sharon,
them. Yo, but
Big
that's
Young
all
Ill.
opinion. That's all opinion from the internet. You haven't watched none of these
No,
battles.
no, I did watch him and Sharon. I watched him and Sharon because it came out when I was on the road. So I did give
Why
him
my
that.
man wide open? What's going on?
Then
What's going on with your
Big
defense?
T Rex on GTX, Mook. Yeah, oh yeah, nah. BK had a great year because he beat A Ward. He beat A Ward when yeah he had A Ward. He beat A Ward and Mook back to back. So I'll give him that. His year has been great. So I can't take that away from him. I'm sorry, I can't take that away from him. He
So
I
I'm
can't
not
take
saying
that
he didn't
away.
have a great year. I'm just saying if
Yes,
you didn't personally watch the battles, then what are we talking about?
I'm still going, but this is we going by consistent. We going by consensus of respectable people. I go like how we like whenever we judge, we go respectable people. I don't go by any other. But there are people who are respecting the culture. Butterfly, Showtime, SP, uh,
No,
the other Handyman, the other Handyman,
that's
J Black. So those people, all of them, all agreed that BK, I probably is arguable loss. Number one is probably the jazz battle. Unfortunately, that battle hasn't come out yet because I don't know why, but has beat Mook A Ward. I forgot that battle happened this year. Here's Sharon, Young Ill, Young Ill's comeback. Uh T-Rex or GTX. So if we go by that standards, he had a better year than Easy because Easy only has Geechee, him and Holla, Disaster, Janjan. Got beat by Geechee and Janjan at home. One was in on his own league. Another one was is the league that is the face off. Back to back losses. Don't forget they did the same thing to Geechee. Remember when Geechee didn't win that champion of the year the one year after he lost to A was it A1? Or was it another battle? When he lost to Surf. After he officially lost to Surf and he had like two bad like battles, it happens. It
Was he just
happens,
running
man.
everybody just overreact to him?
it be
That's
like that.
fucking.
All your bigs is slow as
So,
hell.
so yeah, I think that's it. This for the pod. We got.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
your list and them other podcast niggas list is crazy. I'ma just
I'm sorry. I'm still.
yeah, y'all
You can say all I want. I'm still Geechee. I still put Geechee above freaking easy. But I'm needed a better year too. So I can give you that. Um,
but
if we
Nitty's
do
not
that,
on your list. What are we talking about? Oh my
no.
god! All right, you know what? It's fine. It's
I
fine.
said
Sorry.
listen to my list. My list is BK. I got BK, New Jersey Twerk, Geechee, Romney, and Jazz. That's my five. I can't take out, even though I don't watch much RBE battle. But if we gonna go consistent year. BK only arguably lost was against Jazz. That was at the end of the year. One loss to two to somebody who has two losses is different. You can't take out
Yeah,
BK.
all 2K24. I'm agreeing with niggas. I'm good, bro. No, look, the Eagles is losing. What else is happening? Well, I do actually agree with that. The Eagles probably will lose. The Eagles are gonna lose. I agree. That battle rap list was immaculate, bro. Perfect, bro. I'm not fighting none of this shit.
Man,
Gonna
hey
sound
man, we
crazy.
are
I'm
packers. You
sound
gotta
crazy.
fight your own opinion. Fight for your opinion, man.
Nah, you got it. You got it. Hey, if the
Without
nigga
further
that
ado,
you never watched is your first team, hey, I got you, bro. I got you.
hey, I'm not trying to this. I'm not being biased though. If I was being biased, I can't put BK because I don't watch RBE. But I'm trying to be not biased. So that happens. If I'm not trying. I'm trying not being biased.
It's not
I'm
even
not being
about being
biased
biased.
because I watched like three battles from
If
BK
you
and he won
if you at least watch
clear.
them, then cool. But bro,
Yes,
you
I
didn't
did
see
watch
the
them.
fucking.
I watched
No, you
him
did
and I
not.
watched the first one. Bro, I watched him versus A Ward, watched him versus Young Ill, watched him versus Sharon.
And then look at who he battled. He battling Young Ill and Sharon, and my man battled Hitman and fucking Geechee.
So we are
And then
not going
Jazz
by
battled
strength of
Nitty and
schedule.
Twerk. What are we talking about?
Bro,
Hey yo, what is happening?
did you
Also,
not
I'm
hear
pretty sure
my
he
list?
battled Reed, but
That was not this year
no.
though.
But I'm saying, yo, but Jazz is in your first team for reasons that I
Yes.
feel like Easy should also be in your first team.
No. Because Easy has losses.
All the things.
Jazz doesn't have a loss.
Oh my God, Easy
Jazz
don't have.
doesn't
So
have a
Jazz don't have a loss.
loss.
So she battled Nitty. So
Jazz,
Nitty is
tell
in
me.
your first team. So he has a loss. She battled Twerk too. So Twerk has a loss. What are we
Yes.
doing? What are we doing? What do
Okay.
we have? What are we
Now,
talking
since you
about?
said that,
All right. So that's
how
two
many
niggas
losses
in your
does
list that got a
how many
loss.
how many lists? There's two lists in my right, but that's one loss. One. Easy as two.
Oh
Easy
my
as two
God, he don't
losses.
have two. He do not have two
He has
losses,
John
yo.
John loss. A clear loss is a
John John
loss.
is not a loss. It's not a clear loss.
Bro, if we
Everyone
all
says
say 2-1
2-1
clear,
either way. If everyone
I
is
don't know
saying
who
2-1
you
either way,
is a loss because that was in his hometown. I'm taking that as a loss because he talked so much shit. Number one, and I watched the battle. I gave it to John John 2-1. John John, first and third. I'm sorry, he has
okay.
two losses, and he got cooked badly by Geechee. I don't know which round he won against Geechee. And tell me which one he won against Geechee. You can't say the second because
The
that's
first.
when Geechee won lost Earth.
The first.
What round do you want?
I've always said that. I said he won the first. He won the
You are
first. He
crazy.
lost the second. He lost the third. He won that first.
I don't even give him the first. That was a debatable. I get you in the
I
first.
always say he
I
won that
think
first.
you said that. I how many times did I come up here and I said I believe that I had Geechee a gentleman's 30.
All right, come on. Wait. Nope. That's 2 out of 3. Nope. Why you leaving? Fuck that. No. Oh my God. Okay. That was trash. Sequel. Damn.
So I said it. I'm sorry, man. I can I'm easy. You are from Philly. You might not like me if I say this, but I'm sorry. You are not in my top five this year. And I believe nobody's part, even champions, not gonna put him in the top five.
Okay.
So
All right. I ain't listen. I ain't got no more fight, bro. I
yeah,
feel you,
without
bro.
further ado, man, this is the end of the pod. I want to say thank you for everybody listening for the first time on Spotify, on Apple Music, Amazon Prime, Amazon Music, and everywhere y'all get your podcasts. Shout out to you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go on our pages on all listening platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow us and listen. Uh, and download the podcasts. So shout out to you guys. 2024, we got more coming. As y'all can see, we got new graphics too, layouts that you're seeing, the new editing. I hope y'all like it when you're watching this. So without further ado, we out. Peace.